In this guide, we'll walk you through setting up UPSight from scratch, adding your first UPS device, configuring your connection, and customizing the app to fit your workflow. Whether you have a single UPS under your desk or a rack full of them in a server room, the setup process is the same. It takes about 60 seconds. Let's go. When you open UPSight and tap Add Device, you're presented with a clean form. The first field is the IP address or host name of your UPS. This is the network address of the SNMP card or interface on your UPS. In our case, that's 10.2.9.66. Next is the port, which defaults to 161, the standard SNMP port. You shouldn't need to change this unless your network has a custom configuration. Then the community string. This is the SNMP password, essentially. Most UPS devices ship with public as the default. Finally, the SNMP version, which defaults to v2c. Once you fill in the IP and tap test connection, UPSight reaches out over SNMP and validates that it can talk to your UPS. When the connection test succeeds, you'll see a green confirmation. Connection OK. Found CyberPower PR1500RT2U. UPSight automatically identified the manufacturer and model from the SNMP data. This is the moment you know everything is wired up correctly. Your phone can reach the UPS, SNMP is responding, and the device identity has been confirmed. Tap Next to continue to the configuration step. The Configure Device screen shows everything UPSight auto-detected from your UPS. Display name is pre-filled with CyberPower PR1500RT2U. You can rename this to something more meaningful like Server Rack UPS or Office May. Manufacturer is CyberPower. Model is PR1500RT2U. Serial number and firmware version are pulled straight from the device. The poll interval defaults to 30 seconds. That's how often UPSight will query your UPS for updated data. You can adjust this from as fast as 5 seconds for critical monitoring to 60 seconds for lighter network usage. Tap Save and your device appears on the dashboard. And just like that, you're monitoring. The dashboard shows your new device card, CyberPower PR1500RT2U at 10.2.9.66. Battery is at 100%, load is at 25%, input voltage is 121 volts, and runtime is 39 minutes. The summary bar at the top confirms: 1 device, 1 online, 0 alerts. From here, you can tap into the device for the full 6-tab detail view, or keep watching the dashboard for at-a-glance monitoring. Now let's customize UPSight to your preference. In the Settings screen, the Appearance section lets you choose your theme. System follows your phone's dark or light mode setting. Light gives you a bright interface. Dark gives you a beautiful AMOLED-friendly dark theme, which is what we're using here. Temperature units toggle between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Useful if your UPS reports battery or system temperature. Display size lets you scale the interface from small to extra large, and customized navigation lets you reorder the bottom bar tabs to match your workflow. Under the Monitoring section, you'll find your SNMP defaults. The default poll interval is set to 30 seconds. This applies to newly added devices unless you override it per device. Default community string is public, and default SNMP version is v2c. These defaults save you time when adding multiple devices with the same SNMP configuration. The Notifications section lets you enable push alerts for power events. When a UPS goes to battery, when battery drops below a threshold, when a device goes offline. Tap Notification Settings to configure exactly which events trigger alerts and at what thresholds. The Data section is where UPSight really helps with multi-device setups. Export configuration saves all your device configs to a file: IP addresses, names, poll intervals, everything. Import configuration loads them back. This means you can set up all your devices on one phone and transfer that configuration to another phone or tablet in seconds. Clear Event History removes all stored events if you want a fresh start. And under Developer, Debug Mode exposes a raw SNMP data tab in the device detail view. Useful for troubleshooting or just geeking out over the raw OID values your UPS reports. One more thing worth highlighting: the Events screen in the bottom navigation. This is your global event log across all monitored devices. Events are grouped by device name and IP address, showing you a timeline of status changes, connections, disconnections, and alerts. The export button at the top right lets you download the full event history as a file. This is perfect for compliance, audit trails, or just understanding the power history of your environment over time. That's it, 60 seconds to add a device, and you have full UPS monitoring on your phone. UPSight, no cloud, no subscriptions, just a direct SNMP connection to your hardware. Available now on Google Play and the App Store. Search UPSight or visit MiyaraHub.com. Built with love by MiyaraHub Technologies.